Yo Mad Attackers, today's question of the day comes in from Tegan Fourie. I think it's Tegan, there's an accent on the A. And she says, I have a question. How do we deal with people taking advantage of us or using us for something that benefits them? Okay, it's a big question, it's a difficult one, and one that I want to try and answer sensitively, but I also feel that you might be to blame. Now let me explain. For somebody to take advantage of you to benefit themselves, I am not talking on an extreme circumstance like rape or something to do with physicality or on a sexual level. That is completely wrong and should never ever happen. So I'm not, when I'm saying what I'm about to say, I'm not talking about that occurrence or in that situation. For somebody to take advantage of you for their own benefit in the other wrong, you have to be consenting it. Let me explain. Perfect example. I get a lot of questions in my DMs, whether that's on Facebook or Instagram. People asking, can they meet up? How do I lose weight? How do you grow your followers? All these asks, all these people asking me for things. And I'm not complaining, I'm very grateful for it. But this is gonna get onto my point now. I could look at that and I could say I am being taken advantage of. You guys, I answer one of your questions, I offer you my hand and you take my arm. You then ask me more questions. You then want to chat more. You then want to ask me further questions. You then want to know this. You then, I tell you about diet, then you want to know about workout. You guys are taking advantage of me. I have no time for myself. I could easily look at it that way, and I know influencers who do, or people who have large followings do. They look at it, oh, I'm being taken advantage of. There's too much pressure on me to do that. So I could say, oh, people are taking advantage of me to benefit themselves. Perfectly valid argument. I don't view it that way. I love answering these questions. I find value in answering your questions and providing you with value. And so I think it's about a perspective. Do you consider the situation being taken advantage of, or do you consider it an opportunity to do something nice? And I think that both of those, your choice on that stems back to one thing of, are you expecting something in return? Because if you're expecting something in return, then you might feel like you are being taken advantage of because you have an expectation. Another example, if you're in a relationship, right? And you do something nice for someone, for your partner, for your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever the situation, your situation is. You're secretly in the back of your mind thinking, oh, well, because I made him dinner, I would like that he goes and does the washing. Then he doesn't do the washing, and you're, oh, well, I was taken advantage of in that situation. I made this guy dinner, and it benefited him, and then I didn't get anything in return. That's a fucked up way to look at it. Then what you're doing is you're manipulating that person. You're trying to do something nice in order to get something in return. As an occurrence, as a direct influence of that, of your expectation, you are being taken advantage of because it's a mental thing. You feel like you're being taken advantage of. And so I want to try and like dial this back and bring it back to a point of like, what the fuck can you do about this? Because it's all very well saying this. I think that you need to be assessing and you need to be introspective and aware and auditing your actions as well as the ones you're having with other people. Is a relationship toxic in the sense that you feel like it's only taking from you and you're not getting any value back? Or it's a negative one that you're just feeding constantly into their negativity and you feel like that's not providing you any value? I completely understand that. Then maybe you need to, like one would with a cancer, cut that relationship out, as hard as that may be, for your own benefit. I see nothing wrong with that. If you're surrounded by negative people, likely you're going to become a product of that. I think then you need to be able to audit that and take the step forward to move on and surround yourself with more positive people. But the same thing goes with, if you feel like people are taking advantage of you, stop feeding them, stop allowing them to do that, stop giving them what they want. I think we have a lot more control in those situations than we want to. And bringing it back to the same idea of like me answering DMs or questions or stuff like that, which is a give thing. If I feel like I'm burning out, or that I need to get some sleep, or I need to go and put in time with family, or I need to, you know, go and work out because that's for my own benefit, then I do that and I'm not harsh on myself about it. Taking it forward, audit the relationships you have, stop expecting something in return for what you're giving. So in other words, mitigate your expectations. And I think that those two things should help you to stop being taken advantage of, or at least being perceived as taking, or you perceiving yourself as being taken advantage of. It's very difficult because I don't actually know the exact situation you're talking about, but as an overall thing, I think that's how I would action it and how I do action it. I hope it adds value. It's a very heavy question. And then before we end up, if any of you have any questions at all, please comment them down below. Remember, I'm choosing one of these to answer every single day.